Today, the temperatures are in the upper 60s, and the dew points are in the upper 50s. Cape values are exceeding 5,000 joules per kilogram, which means that the atmosphere is very conducive for the formation of storms. In the lowest 3 kilometers of the atmosphere, the Cape values are 170 joules per kilogram. The average threshold for tornado production is 100 joules per kilogram in the lowest 3 kilometers of the atmosphere, hinting that we could have more or increased tornadic development. In the lowest 3 kilometers of the atmosphere, as you go up per kilometer, the temperature decreases 9.9 degrees Celsius. That's our lapse rate, signaling that warm air can rise violently. This follows suit in the lowest 6 kilometers of the atmosphere, with a lapse rate of 7.3 Celsius per kilometer. I expect a very rainy storm mode with 1.57 inches of precipitable water, as well as a relative humidity of 63%. The photograph shows moderate low-level shear and strong mid-level shear, as well as backing aloft, which could mean the potential for violent tornadoes. These storms are going to be moving fast, shown by the storm motion vector, which also means that the relative inflow is going to be strong. Welcome to SHEAR. With a storm forming over my head, I quickly make the decision to head into it. Very quickly, I got large hail and heavy rain, accompanied by strong winds. The storm is now intensifying just east of Hazleton and begins to stall out as it produces a circulation. Let's head east in hopes of getting in front of the new tornado that is developing. Punching through the core, there's low visibility and harsh driving conditions, so I decide to pull over and wait, hoping for a clearing in the visibility. My opportunity did not arrive, so I decide to continue moving east. Taking a turn to the left, I point myself north, unknowingly putting myself out of position. Behind me, to the south, a tornado is touching down and increasing in strength and size. When I get a radar update, I realize I'm way out of position, so I flip the car around and try to get back into it. In front of me, a monster. A large stovepipe tornado. Predicting the motion of the tornado, I line myself up on this east to west road, hoping for an intercept. Turning the car into the wind and deploying, I brace for impact. The TIV-2's hydraulic system allows for wind speeds up to 215 miles per hour. something this tornado would not even reach. The tornado crosses the road right in front of me. An unbelievable sight. With the tornado now past the road, I begin to undeploy after my successful intercept. The tornado begins to take a left turn and move to the north, signaling an occlusion. The tornado was cycling. But I didn't know that yet. Repositioning farther east and taking a north option, I decide to chase after the tornado from behind. Enveloped in RFD, the tornado begins to weaken and lift. Watching for development down the line, I decide to continue pursuing this storm. As the storm to the south begins to strengthen, conditions worsen as I'm in the forward flank of the new storm. I decide to pull over and check my positioning. I make the decision to fly south. Gaining visual of the tornado, I have to back up and turn left on this east to west option, putting myself in position for intercept. Figuring I have plenty of time, I decide to pull over, deploy, and drop down probes to capture weather data and wind speed. The tornado begins to increase in speed, size, and strength, heading straight for me. The tornado begins to barrel on my position. Readings from inside the tornado showed a peak wind speed of 167 miles per hour. The tornado also strengthened after it crossed the road. Now in the RFD, I begin to get ready for undeployment. Again, the tornado begins to take a left turn and move north, signaling another occlusion. I decide to call the chase. This chase day was over. 2 successful deployments and great footage. Until next time.